nearly 150 years, Elmhurst College prepared students for lives of meaning and success. Today, as Elmhurst University, we're carrying on that proud legacy. A beautiful campus just 30 minutes from downtown Chicago. Small classes where you'll get to know your professors. And top-ranked majors and graduate programs that will open the door to the career of your dreams. As we celebrate a new name for our institution in an ever-changing world, our values and spirit remain the same. Welcome to Elmhurst University.
We welcome you to R.A. Fagenal Hall on the campus of Elmhurst University as we bring you Blue Jay basketball. Tonight it's a non-conference matchup as the Blue Jays entertain the Knights from Calvin University. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. My name is Mark Kruger. Both of these two teams come in with 8 wins. The Knights 8-2 overall. They are out of the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association. They have yet to play a conference game. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays 8-4 overall, 1-3 in the CCIW. Starting lineups being introduced. First for the visiting Calvin Knights, Uchenna Ekageza is a junior. Owen Varnado is just a freshman. Varnado is a very, very good player, a 6'6", 215-pounder. Averaging over 6 points per game, over 4 rebounds per game. Jalen Overway is also a freshman. He is the leading scorer, averaging over 20 a game. Eli Sensuneg is the senior, and Marcus Bolt is a junior, the starting 5 for the Knights.
I can't hear myself. I know.
And now the starting lineups for the Blue Jays of Elmhurst University. Ocean Johnson, John Itunis, Jonathan Zapinski, Wes Hooker, and Tegan Pearson getting the start tonight for John Baines. The Blue Jays here at home, 2-3 here at R.A. Fagenal Hall, 5-0 away from their home floor. Three officials for tonight's game: Michael Koshersky, Troy Boardman, and David King. Leading scorer for the Blue Jays, John Itunis, is averaging nearly 15 points per game. Wes Hooker is averaging 14 a game. Ocean Johnson 13 a game. Although as of late, Ocean Johnson has not been on the floor a lot, and he has not been scoring. As a matter of fact, the last 3 games combined, Ocean Johnson has a total of 4 points. He was shut out against North Central, scored just 1 point against Christopher Newport, and he scored 3 points against the University of Lynchburg. So they are hoping that Ocean Johnson can get back on track here at home. Opening tip controlled by the Knights, and we are off and running here in Elmhurst. This is Overway. He's the freshman, averaging over 20 a game, backing in, off the glass, no good. Got it back, put it up. That one is short, and the rebound to Ocean Johnson. Ocean off to Hooker. Blue Jays in their 2 games in Charlotte, North Carolina. They defeated the University of Lynchburg as Ocean Johnson misses the shot. Bolt getting the rebound. Beat Lynchburg 87-73 on December 21st, and the day before that, that 3 ball is off. On December 20th, they lost to Christopher Newport 82-74. Here's Tegan Pearson earning a spot in the starting lineup, but he turns it over against the University of Lynchburg. Pearson, 28 points in that ball game. He was 7 of 15 from the floor, 10 of 11 from the free throw line, and a foul called here against the Blue Jays. It'll be on Ocean Johnson, his first. So the tail end of it there. 2 20-minute halves here tonight. Pass inside off the fingertips of Varnado, and the Knights turn it over. The Knights ranked number 11th in the latest poll by D3Hoops.com. Pearson's triple is short, tapped out to Bolt. So we're almost 2 minutes into this game, and we're still scoreless. Blue Jays are averaging 83 points per game, blocked by Jonathan Sapinski. And a foul will be called on the reach-in by Senseneg. So Jonathan Zapinski, you see the block right there, led the conference in blocked shots last year. That is his 39th block of the season. And Jonathan Zapinski with 21 family members on hand here tonight to watch the game from Texas, Minnesota, Florida. So Jonathan with some family support here tonight at R.A. Fagenal Hall, and we welcome them to Elmhurst. Foul is going to be called on Uchenna Ekageza. For Ekageza, that is his first and the team's second. Zapinski giving it up top to Pearson. And now it's Hooker. West tried to bounce pass it to Johnson. Oh, and it went in. Oh, my. And Overway may have tipped it in. Oh, man. I never seen anything like that before. They're going to credit Hooker with the field goal. I don't know if we can. That was incredible. Nice pass inside, and the lay-in is good by Ekageza. We're tied at 2. Hooker will launch the triple. It's no good. Ekageza with the rebound. Tied at 2 here. Just over 3 minutes have gone by. That one is another turnover. Overway off of his fingertips again. Into the game for the Knights, Luca Ressler. He's a freshman. Here's Pearson. 18-footer is good. Tegan Pearson, boy, his confidence has just risen throughout this season. All as he needed really was some minutes out on the floor to show what he can do. Inside here to Overway against Zapinski off the glass and in. So Jalen with a nice post move down low, and again, Overway averaging over 20 points per game, averaging 10 rebounds per game, a double-double for Overway. Johnson up top, Zapinski for 3. Yes! So Jonathan Zapinski burying the 3 in front of 21 family members here tonight. And the Blue Jays lead it by 3, 7-4. Overway up top. Bolt driving off the front of the rim, no good. Zapinski with the rebound. Jonathan ahead to Itunis. Up top, Hooker. Itunis wide open for the 3. Yeah! John Itunis transferring in from Triton has fit right in to this Blue Jay team. That shot is off the mark. Hooker couldn't grab it. Putting it back, rolling around by Overway, no good. Zapinski with the rebound. Ahead to Hooker. Blue Jays by 6. Hooker to Pearson, blocked from behind by Ekageza. Beautifully timed block by Ekageza. Overway against Zapinski. Great matchup there. And Zapinski knocked it away. That battle won by Jonathan. Hooker kicks it out. Good ball movement. Johnson for 3. Timeout taken by the Knights. 14:41 left to play here in this first half. You'll see Hooker on the penetration. And there's the tip in by Overway. And so they, on the board, on the scoreboard at least, they're giving the field goal to Wes Hooker. 3 different Blue Jays have hit a triple. Johnson just hit one, Itunis hit one, and Jonathan Zapinski hitting a 3 as the Blue Jays lead it by 9, 13-4. This is the 3rd meeting between these two teams. They met during the regular season last year on December 1st, 2021 at the Van Noord Arena up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Calvin beating Elmhurst 75-57. Levon Thomas had 16, Jake Rohde had 13. And then the two teams met in the 3rd round of the NCAA Division III National Tournament, the Sweet 16 round in Cleveland, Ohio. And the Blue Jays won 79-77. Thad Szymanski had 32 for the Knights. Ekageza had 13. As the Blue Jays knocked the Knights out of the national tournament. Ressler travel. So Calvin finished last year with a record of 22-9. The Blue Jays went 27-7. At the start of the season, the CCIW had 3 teams in the top 25 of D3Hoops.com. Right now, only 1 CCIW team, as the putback is good there by Ocean Johnson. So a good start to Ocean. The latest poll, just the Wheaton Thunder in the top 25. Wheaton ranked number 15. Overway going baseline. Can't put it in. His putback, though, is good. Jalen Overway at 6'9". Big wide body. Itunes lost the handle of it. Overway got control of it for the Knights. Calvin with the ball, trailing by 9. Overway from the free throw line. That one is off the mark. Itunes got the rebound. 13:26 to play here in this first half. Good start to this one. That game in the national tournament, that Sweet 16 game, the Knights jumped out to an 8-0 run to start the game. So a good start to this one tonight for the Blue Jays. Hooker fades. Can't get it to go. Sapinski kept it alive. And now the Knights on the attack. Wrestler up top, guarded by Pearson. 4 substitutes ready to check in at the scorer's table. 3 Blue Jays and 1 Knight. Bolt drives baseline on Hooker. Picks up his dribble. 8 to shoot. And an offensive foul on Wrestler. Luca Wrestler drove baseline and may have used that off arm to try to create some space. Cole Hornbuckle, Matt Wallach, and Nishat Dalipi into the game for Coach Baines. For Calvin, Dane Harvey is into the game for Bill Saul. Bill Saul, by the way, in his 4th season as the head coach of the Knights, a very, very good coach, one of the top coaches in the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association. That shot is off the mark, tapped around, and Hornbuckle went over the back to commit the foul. So for Cole, his first. As we take another look at the shot, you see Hornbuckle go over the back right there to commit the foul. Marcus Bolt, the junior, back in the game for the Knights. Also, Matt Ambrose into the game, number 32. His dad, Pat, longtime head coach at Stevenson High School. Ekageza picks up his dribble, now gives it to Ambrose. Seven in the shot clock. Ekageza trying to create something. He'll launch the triple. Back of the iron, no good with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, they're going to keep it at this end of the floor. The foul is going to be against the Blue Jays. It will be on Nishat Dalipi. Dalipi, his first. Boy, that's a shame. Shot clock was at 2. Into the game for Calvin also is Lawrence Nyung, a junior. Ambrose, shot clock at 7. Ambrose for 3. No good, and Pearson had the ball taken away from him. Knights with another opportunity. A shot by Bolt was blocked. Blue Jays on the attack. Wallach counted and he was fouled. Good pump fake by Matt Wallach, and he looks to complete the 3-point play. Watch it here. The Blue Jays off and running. Wallach getting the ball there in transition. 1 dribble, the head fake, and the foul on Ekageza. And for Ekageza, that's his 2nd foul. So with 11 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the half, Ekageza leaves with 2 fouls. Kobe Vanderwood is into the game as Wallach completes the 3-point play. He becomes the 6th different Blue Jay to score. 18-6. It's a 12-point lead for Elmhurst. Coming up on the 11-minute mark of this first half. We're glad you're with us here from R.A. Fagenal Hall. Hope everybody had a very, very Merry Christmas. Overlay with the half hook, no good. And the ball got pinned up between the rim and the backboard. So possession arrow going to the Blue Jays. Ocean Johnson is back into the game. So you've got Wallach, Johnson, Hooker, Hornbuckle, and Zapinski out on the floor for John Baines. Coach Baines in his 10th year as the head coach of the Blue Jays. Great college career at Illinois Wesleyan. Offensive foul on Cole Hornbuckle. For Hornbuckle, his second. Watch it here as he set the illegal screen. He was moving. So 2 fouls on Hornbuckle. Each team with 4 team fouls here in this first half. Three ball by Ambrose is short. Into the hands of Ocean Johnson. Ocean makes a nice move up top to Zapinski, back to Johnson. He fires another triple. Yes, and he was fouled. Colby Vanderwood with the foul. Take another look at it here. You'll see Ocean Johnson giving it up to Zapinski, and Ocean comes back out behind the arc. There's the foul. And so Ocean now with a chance for a rare 4-point play. Can't hit it. Rebound, Varnado. And a foul call here on Hornbuckle. And Coach Baines gambled a little bit, leaving Hornbuckle in there with the 2. And now Cole picks up his 3rd. So he's going to have to leave. Reese Taylor, number 24, is into the lineup for the Blue Jays. Taylor, a 6'5 junior from Phoenix, Arizona. Inside here to Overway. Overway backing in on Zapinski. Zapinski with the block. Hooker ahead to Wallach. Matt with a bit of a hesitation move, blocked by Ambrose. The ball goes out of bounds to the Knights. Great block by Ambrose right there. Good call. Bolt back into the game for the Knights. Wrestler back in as well. Wrestler up top. Gives it out to Ambrose on the wing. Varnado drives over Zapinski. Tough shot. Rebound to Wallach. Here's Jonathan Zapinski now on the open floor. Picks up his dribble at the elbow. Hooker for 3. Yes. Wes Hooker buries the triple. And it's 24-6. 3 ball by Ambrose. That's off the mark. Ocean Johnson with the rebound. Blue Jays looking awful good. Hooker penetrating into the lane. Picks up his dribble, knocked away, out of bounds to the Knights. Logan Van Essen, number 30, is going to check in for Calvin. Pearson back in for the Blue Jays. And also Nishat Dalipi back into the game for the Blue Jays. Interesting story talking to Matt Hoffey, who is the public address announcer as well as the director of athletic communications. When the Blue Jays were in Charlotte, North Carolina for their couple of their road games against Christopher Newport and the University of Lynchburg, they were on their way back and their flight got canceled, got delayed, and so Coach Baines decided to rent a couple of vans, and they drove back here to Elmhurst. 15 hours on the road, and they made their way back to Elmhurst. How about that 3 by Nishat Dalipi? Six 3 balls by the Blue Jays here in this first half, and it's a 21-point advantage for the Blue Jays. Turnaround shot in the lane. Nicely done there. Good touch by Shensunig, the senior. Eli Shensunig. 27-8. Another triple. That one is off by Delipi. Itunis back in. Jonathan Sapinski back into the lineup for John Baines. 27-8, the Blue Jays with a 19-point advantage. 7:39 left. Don't forget, you want to stick around at halftime. We're going to have a nice performance by Nicoletta Boyk. She is a very, very accomplished baton twirler, and we'll see her performance coming up here at halftime from R.A. Fagan Hall. A whistle and an offensive foul against the Knights. This will go against Luca Ressler. And for Ressler, that's his second. Wes Hooker back into the game. He comes in to replace Taylor. That Sweet 16 game that Elmhurst beat the Knights, Jake Rohde had 16. Levon Thomas had 14. Wes Hooker had 11 in that game. Dom Janko came off the bench and had 17 a year ago. Pearson's three was off the mark. 17-foot jumper is good by Logan Van Essen. Logan Van Essen, a sophomore, 6-footer from Crown Point, Indiana. And it's a 17-point advantage for the Blue Jays. Itunis kicks it out. Zapinski for three. Yeah! Jonathan Zapinski, his second triple of the night. It's a 20-point advantage for the Blue Jays. Ekageza runs into traffic, puts up a tough shot. Hooker with the rebound. Wesley tried to bounce pass it into Zapinski. It was knocked away. Ressler will have an easy one in transition. 30-12, Blue Jays, and a timeout taken by John Baines. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. 6:01 left to play here in the first half. 30-12 Blue Jays. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world.
Welcome back to R.A. Fagan Hall. The Blue Jays knocked down 7 triples in this first half so far as they lead it by a score of 30-12. Just under 6 minutes remaining here in this first half. And a steal here by Ekageza. Overway down on the block. His pass picked off by Ocean Johnson. Ocean into the front court. Itunis now. Ocean from 17. Front of the rim, no good. Overway with the rebound. Hard to believe that Calvin has yet to play a conference game this season. 15-foot jumper is good by Luca Ressler. His second field goal of the game. January 4th, next Wednesday, they will open up Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association play against Albion. Alma, Hope College, also part of that conference. Zapinski with the putback. Jonathan now with 8. Kalamazoo, Adrian, Olivet, all part of that MIAA. Ekageza, he buries a 3. Uchenna averaging over 16 points per game, 6.5 rebounds per game out of Huntley, buries the triple. 32-17, Blue Jays with the lead. Zapinski backing in on Overway. Passes it off to Itunis, 6 to shoot. Itunis takes it all the way and lays it in. Beautiful move by John Itunis. And the Blue Jays have doubled up on the Knights, 34-17. Popping out is Bolt. Overway, up top Bolt for 3. Well short, and it's tapped around into the hands of Van Essen, and Logan buries the 8-footer. 34-19, 3.5 minutes left. First half, we're glad you're with us. Hope you're enjoying the holidays. Have a happy and safe new year from all of us here at BlueJayTV.com and Elmhurst University. Poked away by Van Essen. Shot clock down to 8. Itunis takes it all the way and lays it in. No weak side help there by the Knights. Ressler lost it, got it back. Skip pass into the corner, Van Essen. Ekageza for 3. Nope. Hooker with the rebound. Of course, Elmhurst on break here, so the students are off campus back home, but still a pretty good crowd on hand here at R.A. Faginal Hall. Of course, Calvin from Grand Rapids, Michigan, is a nice fadeaway there by Tegan Pearson. Again, Tegan coming off of that 28-point performance against the University of Lynchburg. That triple is off. Zapinski with the rebound. Two minutes remaining here in this first half, and a timeout taken by the Blue Jays. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. 38-19, the Blue Jays with the lead. After tonight's game, the Blue Jays will be on the road as they will head back into CCIW action this coming Wednesday, January 4th. They'll be down in Decatur to take on Milliken. And then on Saturday, January 7th, they'll be at North Park. North Park off to a great start. The Vikings 9-1 overall. 3-0 in the CCIW. Carthage is the other undefeated CCIW team. Carthage also 3-0 in league play and 9-1 overall. Matt Wallach will inbound it here for the Blue Jays. Wallach, Itunis, Zapinski, Hooker, and Reese Taylor out on the floor for the Blue Jays. Itunis. Zapinski over to Hooker. Taylor driving, got double team, puts it up and in. Good ball movement that time. Reese Taylor with a nice drive. And the Blue Jays lead it now 40-19. Trevin Winkle is into the game, number 1 for Calvin. 3-ball attempt here, Varnado. And Owen buries the triple. The freshman with his first points of the game. It's 40-22. 1:06 left to play here in this first half. Taylor on the drive, and he was bumped. Before the shot, Trevin Winkle will get called for the foul. That's his first. It's the 7th team foul, so the Knights are over the limit. It'll be Reese Taylor to the line, and he will shoot one and the bonus, I believe. Or was it in the act of shooting? No, yeah, one in the bonus. Rattles in for Reese. He'll have one more. Nishat Dalipi into the game. Second free throw is good by Taylor. Reese with 4. 1 minute left. It's a 20-point lead for the Blue Jays. I believe that's their biggest lead of the game. Nice take into the lane, and the lay-in is good by Eli Sensuneg. Eli, second field goal of the game, 42-24. Itunis directing traffic here. Dribbles around a screen. Shot clock is down to 6. Itunis was bumped. With 5 seconds left on the shot clock, Kobe Vanderwood with the foul. So one and the bonus time for John Itunis. Itunis, an 87% free throw shooter on the year. One of the better free throw shooters, not only on the Blue Jay team, but in the CCIW. 8 points for John here in this first half. Ocean Johnson has 8. Jonathan Zapinski has 8. So a nice balanced attack for John Baines here in this first half. Itunis buries both free throws. The Blue Jays are 5 of 6 from the free throw line in this first half. The Knights have yet to get to the foul line here in this first half. 3-ball attempt by Bolt is off the mark. Nice rebound by Taylor. Final seconds winding down. Hooker at the buzzer, no good. So 20 minutes into the books here at R.A. Fagenal Hall. Impressive first half performance turned in by the Blue Jays. Elmhurst leads by 20 as both teams head into their respective locker rooms. 44-24 in favor of Elmhurst. Unofficially, Ocean Johnson with 8. John Itunis with 9. Jonathan Sapinski with 8, Wes Hooker with 5, Wallach with 3, Pearson with 4, Reese Taylor with 4, Nishat Dalipi with 3. Meanwhile, for the Knights, Uchen Ekageza with 5, Varnado with 3, Overway with 4, Sensunig with 4, Venessen with 4, Wrestler with 4. That's your first half scoring, and now it looks like we are ready for Nicoletta Boyk, the fine baton twirler, as she sets up for her performance. So please watch and enjoy Nicoletta Boyk. Nicoletta Boyk, another impressive performance turned in by her. Halftime here at R.A. Faginal Hall. Blue Jays lead it by 20, 44-24 over the Calvin Knights. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn, a place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
My name is Michael. I'm a senior here. I study special education and I'm a first-generation college student.
My name is Lauren Berryhill. I'm a junior and I'm a music education major.
My name is Sarah Jean Dickey. I am a double major in mathematics and computer science with a minor in Spanish, and I'm a senior.
My name is Raniel Morales. I'm a freshman and I'm a psychology major.
I transferred to Elmhurst because I like the small class sizes and I really value that professor-student relationship that I knew that I was going to get here.
When I was looking at other colleges, it just didn't feel like people cared and wanted you there the same way that when you came to Elmhurst. They just really wanted you to be there and to learn and grow, and I felt like I would be comfortable coming here, but also be pushed in so many ways to grow and become better.
I already knew some people who went here, and I'd visit a couple of times just to hang out with them. I just really liked being around them and being here. And the campus itself is absolutely beautiful.
My sister did go to school here as well. I kind of already knew the campus a little bit, knew it was a great school. I'm glad I chose Elmhurst because it was probably the best place for me, and it was the best monetary decision as well.
When I first transferred, I lived in apartments, but now I live in Stanger, and I really couldn't picture it any other way. Like, I love being on campus. There's just something about rolling out of bed and going to class that I love.
I started out in Schick my freshman year here. I moved to Niebuhr halfway through. I lived in Schick my sophomore year as well, and I've been living in an on-campus house on Myrtle for the past 2 years, and I love it there.
I've actually only lived in Cureton Hall all 3 years. I really could stay there my 4th year and be fine.
I love the community that it brought, that you were one room away from your friends, you were eating dinner on campus together almost every night, and just that there were different opportunities within the residence hall.
A day in the life is pretty hectic. Most music ed majors, their classes are in the mornings and then their ensembles are in the afternoon. So I'm pretty much boom, 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 thing to thing to thing.
I'm a morning person, so whether I have class in the morning or not, I like to wake up a little bit on the earlier side.
So I'd wake up at 5:30, practice, eat breakfast quickly, go to my 9 a.m.
Probably have class till around noon, and depending on the day, I'll probably head out to the local middle school to take some time with my students there, go to the library to do some homework, and then I also work at the library.
Get out of class, go home, change, go directly to work.
I'll usually have work later in the afternoon, and then eat dinner, maybe do some more homework, watch a movie.
Get a dinner or some snacks at the Roost, and then head back to my dorm to do some homework and head to bed.
Usually I spend time with my friends at night, and that's when I get to catch up on what's going on.
My favorite place on campus is on the 3rd floor of the education department. It's the best place to study with the best view.
I have 2 favorite places on campus. One is my house, but I also love the conference room in Daniels.
My favorite place would be the cafeteria.
Sitting in Founders, I love to sit at one of those tables and do homework. You can be in there to have fun, you can be in there to study, and the vibe can be whatever you want it to be.
Out of the 4 classes that I took this past semester, my favorite class was acting. The professor was Dr. Tony Noyce. He is such a character. He's so awesome to be around. It was such a fun experience.
And my favorite class was probably linear algebra with Dr. Crawford. It was part theory and part computation, which I really liked how it pulled those 2 concepts together. And Dr. Crawford is just an amazing teacher. I've had her almost every semester since I've been here.
Post-colonial theory with Dr. Janice Lively, and that class had me thinking about it like all day.
Music theory class, which is probably an interesting choice because it was at 8 a.m. every single day my freshman year, both semesters, which no one likes 8 a.m.s in college. My professor, Mr. Streeter, is incredible, and my class became more of a community than anything. It was a really nice way to come into college, and honestly, my best friends came out of that class.
One of my favorite activities is the honors program. I've been involved with it all 4 years that I've been on campus here. I'm also involved in Alpha Phi Omega here on campus. You do a lot of service in the community. You get to build relationships with people in the organization, and you get to do a lot of leadership activities.
I've been involved in lots of student groups on campus, all the choral ensembles, the vocal ensembles, and I loved being in late night blues, vocal jazz. We just had a lot of fun and really bonded with each other. I'm also a member of Phi Mu. It's a really fun way to meet people, but also to give back to others that need it.
My favorite organizations that I've been a part of is definitely the Black Student Union, because I really like what they're doing for the campus overall and the social justice issues that they're pursuing on campus.
I'm pretty much just involved with running. I'm really proud to be a Blue Jay because it's an amazing community. Blue also looks really nice when we're running, so it's awesome.
Love being a student ambassador in the Office of Admissions. It's really great because I get to give tours to all these potential students, whether they're first years or transfers.
I'm a CA for the ELSA students, which basically means that I live in the dorms that they also live in to provide any extra support that they might need. And I'm really proud to be part of this program, especially because it's one of the few in the country. And it's awesome because I work with students with disabilities in classrooms, and they always ask me, oh, can I go to Elmhurst? And I can say confidently, yes, you can go to Elmhurst.
When I cross the stage at graduation, I'll be most proud of all the research that I've done. I didn't come into college with the intention to do that. I fell in love with the idea of research and the process of doing research.
It's just incredible to look back and think that Elmhurst has done so much for me already, and I think that's what I'll be most proud of, to think just who I've become and who I want to be still.
I think what I would remember most fondly are obviously my friends that I've made.
Making memories with those friends in really interesting places that normally wouldn't be so exciting, but they are because you love each other and you get to know each other so well.
Between the professors and the friends that I've made, I think that will stay with me the rest of my life.
People who give back to Elmhurst, you're not only helping me, you're helping my family grow as well. Me graduating college and being the first one to graduate means that hopefully others in my family, like my nephews and nieces, can see that and want to come to a school like Elmhurst.
So when you give money to Elmhurst, you're giving these students the experience of a lifetime and the ability to become who they're meant to be.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to change our lives.
Welcome back to R.A. Fagnall Hall here on the campus of Elmhurst University. Blue Jays looking good. They're up by 20, 44-24 over the Knights. Looking at the first half numbers, the Blue Jays were 16 of 29 from the field for 55%. 6 of 11 from behind the arc, Pretty good shooting in that first half. Meanwhile, the Knights were 11 of 33, 33%, 2 of 10 from behind the arc. And boy, oh boy, Blue Jays out-rebounded the Knights by 1, 17 to 16. Just 6 turnovers for Elmhurst in the first half, 8 turnovers by the Knights. Ocean Johnson looked good. 3 of 6 from the field. He was 2 for 2 from behind the arc. 9 points, 5 rebounds in that first half. Zapinski, 8 points, 5 rebounds. Itunis, 9 points. Pearson with 4, Hooker with 5. Reese Taylor, a nice all-around game, 4 points. So the Blue Jays looking good. Let's see if they can continue that here in the second half, as they will have their starters out there to open up the second half. Johnson, Itunis, Zapinski, Hooker, and Tegan Pearson. And it looks like the Knights will have their starting 5 out on the floor to start the second half. Ekageza, Varnado, Overway, Sensunik, and Bolt. Glad you're with us here on BlueJayTV.com. By the way, your officials, Michael Kashersky, Troy Boardman, and David King, did a very good job of officiating this game here in the first half. Down low, the hook shot, tough shot by Varnado, but he gets it to go over a bunch of Blue Jay defenders. So it's 44-26 just underway here in the second half. Mark Kruger bringing you all the action. That triple by Ocean off the mark. Ekageza behind the back dribble into the paint, fades and hits. Ekageza with 7. So a quick 4-0 run by Calvin to start the second half. And a steal by Ekageza, and he is fouled by Itunis. Actually a pretty good foul by John. Otherwise, Ekageza would have had an easy one. Watch it here, the bad pass. Playing the passing lanes nicely was Ekageza, and you saw the foul there by Itunis for John, his first. 44-28, Blue Jays with the lead. And the Knights, the number 11th ranked team in the country among Division III schools, according to D3Hoops.com. Overway, and he, well, I was going to say, he either got fouled or he traveled. Jonathan Zapinski will get called for the bump, his first. So Overway to the line, and he will shoot 2. Overway is a 73% free throw shooter. First trip for anybody from the Knights to the foul line, and Overway hits. Number 1 ranked team in the country, St. Joseph of Connecticut. Wheaton ranked number 15. Overway hits the 2 free throws. So a 6-0 run for Calvin to start the second half, and just like that, the lead is down to 14, and a bump in the backcourt by Ekageza. His second. First team foul of the second half. Wes out of Downers Grove South, inbounding it for the Blue Jays, gets it into Itunis. Itunis on the bounce pass intended to Pearson was picked off by Sensunik. Here's Sensunik. The floater is good. So an 8-0 run now by the Knights, and Coach Baines does not take a timeout here. The lead is down to 12. Nice drive in the lane by Ocean. Good finish by Johnson. He now is in double figures. First player to get there. He's got 10. Blocked from behind by Zapinski, and it went off the head of Bolt. It will go to the Blue Jays. Nice defensive play here by Jonathan. Talked about him leading the team, leading the conference in blocked shots a year ago. And he is closing in to becoming the all-time leading shot blocker in Blue Jay history. He's about 25 or so blocks away from getting that. Itunis on the fade, he was fouled. Sunsonik puts up his hands as if to say, I didn't foul him. But Eli picks up the foul, and for him, that's his second. So Itunis to the line to shoot two. Mentioned earlier, John, one of the better free throw shooters on this Blue Jay team, is now a perfect 3 for 3 from the foul line tonight. Him and Johnson each with 10. Sapinski has 8. 15-point lead for Elmhurst. Now a 16-point lead. 11 for Itunis. Pressure now in the backcourt by the Blue Jays. 48-32 Elmhurst. Blue Jays looking good here tonight. The Knights, by the way, on the road, 1-1. They are a perfect 6-0 at home in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Free ball is good by Varnado. Owen Varnado hitting his second from downtown. He's got 8. And it's 48-35. Itunis. And a whistle and a foul. It'll go against Calvin, and it'll go against, who was the foul on? Overway? Was on Overway, his second. So Itunis back to the line to shoot two. And Blue Jay fans would have to love this, with Itunis camping out at the free throw line here. He'll knock him down all night long. A dozen now for John. He's 5 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. (50-35), 15-point advantage for the Blue Jays here. Ooh, near steal by Wes. Almost a 5-second call as they pass it to Overway. Shot by Ekageza is off. Jonathan Zapinski with the rebound. Pearson directing traffic. Hooker. Oh, his pass is picked off by Ekageza. Ekageza getting it to Sunsonik. Tapped around. Overway saved it. Top of the key, here's Bolt. Down on the block, Varnado. And an offensive foul is going to be called here on Sunsonik. He thought he got in between the two Blue Jay defenders, and he's close to picking up a tee. Oh, they did give a tee. So Sunsonik picks up the offensive foul and also picked up a technical foul. So John Itunis will shoot the technicals. So John hits the first technical. He'll have one more, and then the Blue Jays will have possession. Itunis 8 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. Wrestler back into the game for Calvin. And Sunsonik will sit on the bench and try to cool off a little bit. 52-35, Blue Jays with the lead. 16 and a half minutes remaining in this one. Boy, just one free throw, or one field goal, I should say, for the Blue Jays in this second half. But this guy here, John Itunis, has hit 6 free throws, and now he buries the triple. The lead is back up to 20. So a good start to the second half by the Knights, and now the Blue Jays come back, and they've got their halftime lead. Well, now it's cut down to 18. Oh, and a technical foul. Overway made the bucket. Well, Are they calling a technical? Yeah. And John Baines wants an explanation. I didn't really see any. Overway made the layup, and then the official blew the whistle and called a technical. So Marcus Bolt is at the line shooting the technicals. Boy, I'd like an explanation of that one. Bolt can't hit the free throw. And so now the Blue Jays will inbound it. Boy, oh boy. John Baines, I think, is still unclear as to why his team got hit for a tee. But in any event, 55-37 Blue Jays, and Elmhurst with the ball. Pearson got cut off by Bolt. Shot clock down to 8. Itunis, bit of a hesitation move. Hooker from the baseline. That three ball is off the mark. Rebound, Varnado. Drops it off inside to Ekageza. Uchenna with 9. 55-39. 16-point advantage. Pearson for 3. Little too strong, but an offensive rebound by Ocean Johnson. His putback was no good, but he was fouled. Fouled by Varnado. Take another look, you'll see the shot is way off by Pearson, but Ocean Johnson there in the right spot off that quick rebound off the glass. And so Ocean to the line here. He'll shoot 2. Ocean rattles in that free throw. He now has 11. Good to see Ocean having a good game here tonight. Blue Jays certainly need him to play well and need him on the floor. Of course, he was a big part of that team last year that went to the national championship game. Him and Wes Hooker. Johnson hits the 2 free throws, a dozen for Ocean. And it's 57-39 Blue Jays. And we're going to have a whistle, a rare foul. Foul on Pearson. His first, popping off the bench, Matt Wallach for John Baines. And Wallach comes in for Pearson. 16 fouls in this half for Calvin, just 3 team fouls for the Blue Jays here as we are under the 15-minute mark. Varnado on a block. Take another look at it here. You'll see Varnado drive baseline, but Ocean just a half a step late. And Johnson will get called for the block. Second personal on Ocean Johnson. Ekageza will inbound it here for Calvin. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Drying up some moisture there in the lane. Delighted to have you logged on to Blue Jay basketball here on BlueJayTV.com. My name is Mark Kruger. Delighted to bring you live action of Blue Jay basketball. It's been all Elmhurst so far here tonight as that triple is off by Varnado and foul will be called. It's the 7th team foul now against Calvin. That foul on Dane Harvey, his first. And so the Blue Jays will be shooting free throws here. Boy, there's still 14:44 left, and the Knights are over the foul limit. So Wes Hooker to the line. He will shoot 1 and the bonus. Wes, his first trip to the foul line, gets the first one to go. The Blue Jays as a team averaging, well, they're a 75% free throw shooter as a team. The Knights 68% as a team from the foul line. Hooker has 6, and he misses the second free throw. Rebound to Harvey, so it's 58-59 19-point lead for Elmhurst. Ekagezi fades and hits. Ekageza, I should say. 11 for Uchenna. He's averaging over 13 a game, 58-41, Elmhurst with the lead. Hooker ran into some traffic and lost the basketball. Ekageza into the lane, fades from 10, back of the iron, no good. Putback, though, is good by Overway. Jalen Overway now in double figures with 10. Jonathan Zapinski has done a nice job defensively on him so far in this game tonight. Hooker on the drive to the left hand, yes. Hooker with 8. 17-point advantage for the Blue Jays, 60-43. Elmhurst doing a nice job on the defensive end of the floor. And Wallach is going to pick up a foul here. For Wallach, his first. Bolt is back into the game. He comes in for Varnado. And Bolt will inbound it here. Blue Jays looking for their 9th win of the season. Boy, they lost some tough conference games. Ekageza's 3 is well short. Elmhurst losing to Illinois Wesleyan and Carthage. Big win at Wheaton on December 10th. John Itunis had that big game for the Blue Jays as they won that one in overtime, and then losing to North Central College here at R.A. Faginal Hall. So the Blue Jays 1-3 in CCIW play. And this will be a backcourt violation. Logan Van Essen into the game. Cole Hornbuckle returns for John Baines. CCIW again, so tough this year. Kind of a surprise with North Park and Carthage, both 3-0 in league play. Start the year, start conference play. Wesleyan 3-1. Wheaton 2-1. 15-foot jumper off the mark by Overway, and it's going to go out of bounds to the Blue Jays. Other action tonight as Ocean Johnson returns for the Blue Jays. Augustana is at Illinois College. North Park taking on St. Mary's of Minnesota. Carroll is at Lake Forest College. And Illinois Wesleyan is at George Fox. Non-conference action by CCIW teams tonight. Johnson drops it off to Jonathan. Back out on top to Itunis. John on the drive. The one-handed lay-in. Beautifully done by John Itunis. 20 points for John Itunis. He's the game-high scorer so far tonight. Shot blocked by Overway. Jonathan Zapinski with yet another block. Steal by Ressler. Ressler lobs it ahead to Ekageza. He can't get it to go. Out of bounds. The two officials look at each other, going to the Blue Jays. Take another look. There's the alley-oop, and Ekageza just couldn't quite time his leap, and it goes off of Overway to the Blue Jays. 19-point lead for Elmhurst. 8 minutes have gone by here in this second half, and a foul away from the ball. Ressler fouling Ocean Johnson. For Ressler, his 3rd. It's the 8th team foul, so Ocean Johnson won in the bonus here. Ocean 2 for 3 from the foul line tonight. He's got 12. Make it 13. And back into the game is the senior, Eli Sensunig. He's got the 4 fouls, remember. Second free throw by Ocean Johnson is good. 14 points for Ocean tonight. Remember, in the last three games combined, Ocean had a total of 4 points. So tonight he's back to his normal self with 14 and a good overall floor game for Ocean. great to see. One-handed jumper is off by Sinsunik. Here come the Blue Jays in transition. Taking it all the way is Hornbuckle, and he goes down, gets some help up from Ocean Johnson. And off the glass and in by Marcus Bolt. Knights had the numbers that trip down. Ball is loose on the floor. Body's diving for it. Itunis comes up with it. Coach Baines says, hey, let's calm things down. Wallach drives baseline. Wide open Hornbuckle, and instead he decided to drive, and he commits the offensive foul. And for Cole, that's his fourth. Boy, oh boy, Cole's going to have to come out. Varnado comes in replacing Overway for the Knights. Well, Coach Baines is leaving Hornbuckle. Yeah, now he's got to go to his bench as Nishat Dalipi comes into the game. Well, Dalipi's going to come into the game for Zapinski. So Cole Hornbuckle remains in the game with 4 fouls. Interesting. Blue Jays by 19, just under 11 to go. Ekageza backing in, and a travel violation called against Uchenna. Tegan Pearson comes into the game. He comes in for Itunis. Dalipi sets a screen for Ocean Johnson. Back to Dalipi. Dalipi on the drive, spins in the lane, fades, and can't get it to go. Varnado with the rebound. Varnado brings it up into the front court himself. Hands it off to Bolt. Varnado sets a screen on him. The drive by Sinsunik, he got cut off by Johnson. Van Essen turns, fades from the free throw line and hits. Tough shot by Logan Van Essen. He's got 6. 64-47. We are halfway through the second half. Johnson elevating for 3. Little too strong. Varnado with the rebound and a whistle and a foul. This will go on Ocean Johnson, his third. 7th team foul, so Owen Varnado to the line for the first time tonight. Shooting 1 and the bonus. 8 points tonight for Owen. Itunis back into the game for John Baines. Jonathan Zapinski returns. Wes Hooker comes back into the game as well for the Blue Jays. As Coach Baines, with his constant substitutions, keeping fresh bodies out on the floor. 1 of 2 for the foul line. Ekageza, though, with the rebound. His putback is no good, but he was fouled. Wes Hooker with the foul, his second. So the Blue Jays cannot get the defensive rebound, and Ekageza will have two free throws here. He is a 72% free throw shooter on the year. His first trip to the foul line tonight. 12 points for Uchenna. 64-59. 9:53 left. It's a 14-point Blue Jay lead. 64-50. Do the Knights have a run or two left in them? Playing on the road. And the Blue Jays looking awful well, and a reach in here on Logan Van Essen. And for Van Essen, that's his first. And so the Blue Jays will be shooting free throws here. 1 in the bonus for Ocean Johnson. It's the 9th team foul. So Ocean 4 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. Back of the iron, no good. Tapped around. Ocean got the rebound. Put back is good. So Ocean missed the free throw, but he got the offensive rebound and got the putback. 16-point advantage, blocked from behind by Zapinski. Blue Jays on the run, really don't have the numbers, so Pearson wisely pulls it out. Zapinski's pass picked off by Ekageza. Into the lane, the fadeaway is good by Van Essen. Boy, he's had a couple of those fadeaways. Logan with 8, and a timeout taken on the floor here. 8:59 left to play here in this one. Timeout taken by Calvin. 66-52 in favor of the Blue Jays. And by the way, while we got a second here, I want to congratulate Mike Murray. Coach Murray is the new head football coach here at Elmhurst University. He becomes the 21st head coach in the history of Elmhurst football. Ton of coaching experience, over 35 years of coaching. Very familiar with the CCIW. He's been part of coaching staffs that have won 8 CCIW titles. 5 seasons as a defensive coordinator at North Central College. In those 5 seasons, the Cardinals went 49-9. He was a defensive coordinator at Illinois Wesleyan for 10 seasons. He's an '84 graduate of Illinois Wesleyan, where he played 4 years of football, 4 years of baseball for the Titans. And before being named head coach here at Elmhurst, he was the associate head coach and defensive coordinator at Roosevelt University. So congratulations and best of luck to head coach Mike Murray, the new head football coach here at Elmhurst University. All right, here we go. Just under 9 minutes remaining. Blue Jays with the ball leading 66-52. Three ball by Tunis. Back of the iron, no good. Long rebound, Ekageza. Boy, that was right on target by Tunis, just a little long and hitting the back of the iron. Three ball attempt a little strong by Bolt. Marcus Bolt with just 2 points tonight. Itunis got cut off. He brings it back out. Pearson works it over here to the near side. Back up top is Itunis. Shot clock down to 10. Zapinski. Johnson faked the three. Now he decides to take it. No good. Zapinski keeps it alive. And his putback is good. Jonathan Sapinski, relentless on the offensive glass, and the big Texan now with 10 points. Hooker with the rebound off of the Varnado miss. Three ball by Pearson. Ekageza with the rebound. 7.5 left. 16-point lead for Elmhurst. Blue Jays led by 20 at halftime. Ekageza drives baseline, and he puts it in. 15 points for Uchenna Ekageza. 68-54 Blue Jays. Johnson elevating right baseline, a little bit short, rebound to Bolt. Blue Jays with a couple of CCIW road games after tonight. They'll be at Milliken on Wednesday, and then they'll be at North Park on Saturday. 2 tough CCIW ball games on the road. And let's hope they play as well on the road as they are playing here tonight at home. Baseline, Van Essen, and he puts it in. Logan Van Essen now in double figures, coming off the bench with 10. And a timeout taken by John Baines, and we'll take one as well here. 6:23 left Blue Jays lead it 68-56. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn, a place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
Welcome back to R.A. Fagenal Hall. The Blue Jays getting it done from the foul line tonight. Elmhurst 16 of 19 from the foul line in this game. The Knights 5 of 7. All 7 free throw attempts for the Knights coming in the second half. They did not get to the foul line in the entire first half of this one. 68-56. The Blue Jays by a dozen and a whistle and a foul. Foul will go against Varnado, and for Owen, that's his second. And it's a double bonus situation here, so Ocean Johnson will shoot 2. 16 for Ocean tonight. That leaves that one a little bit short. And 16 of 20 now as a team from the foul line, which ain't bad, 80%. Second free throw by Ocean. Of course, as I mentioned, the great free throw shooting percentage. 2 missed free throws, of course. Coming up on the 6-minute mark, Blue Jays by a dozen. Overway kicks it out. There's a 3-ball by Marcus Bolt. His first triple of this game, and well, the Knights crowd is getting into it on the far side. It's a single-digit lead now, 68-59, and a steal. Ekageza against Sapinski. Passes it to Bolt, and Bolt with the lay-in. Marcus Bolt with 5 quick points here in the last couple of seconds. He buried the triple, and now the layup in transition. It's a 7-point lead for Elmhurst. Hooker in the lane. Kicks it out to Pearson. Hooker in the lane. Leans in on Overway, and it's blocked by Jalen. Jalen dribbled it off his leg into the hands of Ocean Johnson. And Hooker will wait for his teammates. 5 minutes remaining. Itunis holding. He's guarded by Ekageza. Nice comeback here by Calvin, the 11th ranked team in the country. Big possession here. Itunis for 3. Offensive rebound by Ocean Johnson will keep it at this end of the floor. Varnado with the foul, his 3rd. Jonathan Zapinski to the line. He will shoot 2. This is his first trip to the foul line tonight, but Jonathan, an 86% free throw shooter on the year. What's going on here? Blue Jays have missed their last 3 free throws here. Cole Hornbuckle back into the game. Matt Wallach back in as well. Come on, Jonathan, put this one in here. Nicely done by the big Texan. He's got 11. 69-61. 8-point lead for the Blue Jays. Good finish tonight from R.A. Fagenal Hall. Can the Blue Jays knock off these 11th ranked Knights? Ekageza makes the move into the lane, spins, elevates, and hits. 17 for Ekageza, 12 of his 17 coming here in the second half. 69-63. Elmhurst with the lead. Hooker around a Zapinski screen. West takes it all the way. No, but he was fouled. Harvey with the foul for Dane, his second. And so now we'll shoot a couple of free throws. Wes Hooker to the line. Wes is 1 for 2 from the foul line tonight. Eight points tonight for Wes. The senior from Downers Grove South buries the free throw. Former Mustang. Logan Van Essen back into the game. Good offensive player. West now, one more free throw. West now in double figures with 10. 5 in the first half, 5 in the second half for Hooker. 71-63. The lead is 8 for the Blue Jays. Ekageza partially blocked by Zapinski, a whistle. And what's the... It was a late whistle. I believe it's against the Knights, right? There's Ekageza. And right about now is when the whistle, so that's got to be on the Knights. Oh, wow, they're calling a technical against Elmhurst. Bolt will shoot the technical. Oh, man. Boy, I'd like an explanation of that one. I have no idea what happened there, but Bolt hits the technical. That's the second time that they've nailed Elmhurst with a technical, and I'm not, unless someone said something, it's about the only thing I could think of, but in any event, Bolt hits the technical to make it a 7-point game. 71-64, Blue Jays. Zapinski drops it off to Wallach, back to Jonathan. Jay-Z in trouble, skip pass over here to Hooker. 4 on the shot clock, Hooker elevates, tough shot, Zapinski with the putback. Jonathan Zapinski with 13 in front of 21 family members that are watching Zapinski in person here tonight at R.A. Fagnall Hall. Oh, there's a reach in by Jonathan. And for Zapinski, his second. The Blue Jays are over the limit, so Overway will shoot one in the bonus. Overway, a 73% free throw shooter. It was the 9th team foul for the Blue Jays. So it's a 1-and-1 situation here for Jalen Overway. Overway is 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Just a tick under 3 minutes left in regulation. Blue Jays by 8. It's a 7-point lead now. Timeout on the floor here, 2:59 remaining. And by the way, the next game that we will bring to you here on BlueJayTV.com, it will be the Blue Jays women's team this coming Wednesday, January 4th. Teth Carrillo and her Blue Jays will take on the Augustana Vikings this coming Wednesday, January 4th. That is a 7 o'clock tip-off, so be sure to log on to BlueJayTV.com on Wednesday night or come on out in person to see the Blue Jays women's basketball team on January 4th. By the way, the next home game for the men's team will be on Wednesday, January 11th. January 11th, John Baines' club will take on Carroll, 7 o'clock. So you've got the women on Wednesday, January 4th. You've got the men a week later on January 11th, 2023. (73-66). Can the Blue Jays hold on and win their 9th game of the season? Calvin looking for its 9th win of the season as well. Itunis guarded by Ekageza. Here's Pearson now on the weave, puts up a tough shot, but he was fouled. So Tegan will come to the line for the first time tonight. Here's Tegan on the curl. Continues to drive into the lane, kind of fades to his right a little bit, but sort of knew he was going to get fouled. And Pearson, a 91% free throw shooter, his first trip to the foul line tonight. I'd like to see a free throw shooting contest between Pearson and Itunis. Pearson hits them both. He's got 6. And he comes out of the game. Cole Hornbuckle comes into the game with 4 fouls. 75-66. Blue Jays by 9. 2:43 to go. Keep that clock moving. Inside to Overway. Overway drops baseline, puts up the shot. No, Zapinski with the block, but he also committed a foul with the body. For Zapinski, his 3rd. And so now 2 shots coming for the big guy, Jalen Overway. 6'9", 250-pounder from Holland, Michigan. Misses the free throw there. Holland, Michigan. I remember in the 5th grade, I did a book report on Holland, Michigan. I got an A on it. I was cleaning out my closet, and I came across it, believe it or not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I kept a book report from the 5th grade on Holland, Michigan. But anyway, Overway goes from Holland, Michigan, goes 1 of 2 for the foul line, and it's 75-67. Nice cover, had a windmill on it and everything. All right, Blue Jays with the ball leading 75-67. Itunis takes it all the way. Blue Jays up by 10. We are at the 2-minute mark. Boy, a huge bucket right there for John Itunis. Overway goes baseline and has it knocked out of bounds by the Blue Jays. Back into the game, Hornbuckle and Wallach back in for Coach Baines. Varnado returns for Coach Bill Saul. Bill Saul in his 4th season as the head coach. Before coming to Calvin, he spent 6 years as the head coach at Northern Michigan University. Doing a great job here at Calvin. Ekageza gets it into Overway, passes it back to Ekageza, whose shot was missed, but he was fouled. Take another look at it here. You see Wallach going up, bit of body contact there by Matt, his 2nd. And so Ekageza to the line to shoot 2. .72% free throw shooter, misses that one. He'll have one more. Ekageza leading the Knights in scoring. He's got 17. Overway with 13. Second free throw by Ekageza is good. He's got 18. Timeout taken here by the Knights with 1:45 remaining. We'll take one as well here. 77-68. The Blue Jays with the lead. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn, a place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
Welcome back to R.A. Faginal Hall on the campus of Elmhurst University. Blue Jays leading at 77-68 with 1:45 left. Pressure now in the backcourt. Johnson to Hooker. Hooker picks up his dribble, intended for Zapinski, picked off by Ressler. Ekageza, Euro move, and he puts it in. 20 now for Ekageza, 77-70. Itunis gets it across half court to Zapinski. Blue Jays trying to run some clock here. Knights not fouling right now. 1:15 to go, Blue Jays up by 7. I would think pretty soon here you're going to have to start the foul. You don't want to foul Itunis. Blue Jays, though, a lot of good free. Pearson, another good free throw shooter, launches a triple with 2 on the shot clock. Zapinski battling for the rebound, and they're going to call a foul against Harvey as he went over the back of Zapinski. Harvey his third. Boy, great job by Jonathan Zapinski of battling on the offensive glass. So now, with under a minute remaining, Jonathan with 2 free throws here. Nothing but net. He's got 14 on the night. Hornbuckle back in for the Blue Jays. Overway comes back in along with Bolt. Ekageza, Varnado, and also Van Essen out there for the Knights. Second free throw is good by Zapinski. Under a minute to go, Blue Jays by 9. Looking good here. Ekageza picks up his dribble. Shot by Varnado is well short. Offensive rebound, the putback by Bolt is good, and he was fouled. Foul was on Hooker, his third. Take another look at it here. So Bolt now looking to complete the three-point play, the bump by Hooker. Bolt, an 85% free throw shooter. He can bring the Knights to within 6. It's a 2-possession game. 79-73, and again, full court pressure here by the Knights. Pearson, a very good free throw shooter. Itunis, a very good free throw shooter. Itunis in trouble, and a whistle and a timeout. Good call by John Baines. Itunis was in trouble in the backcourt, and he calls a 30-second timeout. Now, 6 seconds has gone off, so the Blue Jays really have 4 seconds to get it across half court here. 35 and a half seconds remaining in regulation. Blue Jays by 6. So I'm sure Coach Baines is drawing up an inbounds play to get it into the front court. Both teams, their next game will be their respective conference games. The Blue Jays will be back into the CCIW next Wednesday. on the road down in Decatur against Milliken. And the Calvin Knights will open up Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association play on January 4th as the Knights will host Albion College. For the Knights, that is an 8 o'clock tip-off up there in Grand Rapids. All right, here we go. Zapinski to inbound. Jonathan still looking, gets it into Wallach. Back to Zapinski. Wallach, gotta hurry, and they do just get it over. Johnson will have the flush. 26 seconds to go. Do not want to foul here. Ekageza gets it to go. Boy, what a pretty move by Ekageza. And now pressure in the foul in the backcourt by Harvey. 81-75. 6-point lead for the Blue Jays. Here's the foul. You know, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check on that ruling. The Blue Jays called a timeout, and I'm not sure if they got the full 10 seconds back to cross half court or not. I'm not sure exactly what that is, or if Wallach, though, to the line, and he gets the free throw. Pearson comes out, Hooker into the game, along with Itunis. You've got Zapinski, Ocean Johnson, and Wallach, the free throw shooter. 18 seconds left, 7-point lead for the Blue Jays. Second free throw is short, rebound at Varnado. Launching up the three is Bolt, that's no good. Itunis battling for it, he's got the rebound. Oh, it was stolen by Bolt, and Bolt with the lay-in. 5 seconds remaining. They get it in to Zapinski. Zapinski ahead to Johnson, who finishes with a flush. Back-to-back dunks by Ocean Johnson. 3 seconds to go in this one. Ekageza launches a triple. Oh my, he hits it at the buzzer. So the three goes by Uchenna Ekageza, but the Blue Jays hold on to win. 84-80 is your final score here tonight. So the Blue Jays now improve to 9-4 overall. The Knights 8-3 overall as Elmhurst knocks off the number 11th ranked Calvin Knights tonight. 20 points for Ocean Johnson, 12 of his 20 coming here in the second half. Wes Hooker was in double figures with 10. Jonathan Zapinski with 15. John Itunis with 22 points for the Blue Jays. 25 for Ekageza. He leads the Knights in scoring. Big second half for him. He had 20 of his 25 in the second half. Varnado finished the game with 9. 13 for Jalen Overway. 13 for Marcus Bolt. All 13 of his points coming in the second half. Logan Van Essen with 10. So that'll do it here from R.A. Fagnall Hall. The Blue Jays hold on to win by 4, 84-80. So for our entire crew and from everyone here at Elmhurst University, we want to wish you a very happy, healthy, and safe New Year. Have a great night. So long, everybody. Happy New Year.